I need to talk about the UEFA Champions League knockout stages. This competition, this format has changed a lot for these smaller teams, though by definition they're not small at all. Qualifying for the Champions League is a really hard thing. You can see it in so many different leagues, and these clubs have qualified, and usually, despite them qualifying for this Champions League, you wouldn't feel intimidated by them, or you would even feel scared because of the group stages. And the bigger teams in the group stage would usually dominate the weaker and poorer team. But this format, we have seen that smaller teams can stand up against these big clubs, man, and they have done it so well. And yesterday was just a fest for a guy who loves underdog story, because yesterday's knockout matches delivered. First of all, let's go with the AC Milan versus Feyenoord match. Before we go, I want to show you the people who had prediction who will win. You can see there was 78% for Milan and 11% for Feyenoord, despite Feyenoord having a one goal advantage in the first leg. Coming into the San Siro, AC Milan were supposed to be favorite, and they did feel like they were the favorite, because you can see in the first half the amount of AC Milan were able to create, and in the second half, after the red card, you can see how badly they played. First of all, let me talk about, if you watched or been in football Twitter memes or Instagram, I think you would have seen the meme of everyone talking about, what if Santi Gimenez joins AC Milan and loses in the knockout phase? And it's exactly what those meme pages predicted, and it kind of felt like it was coming, since Milan lost to Dynamo Zagreb, a team from Croatia, who, if I remind you, lost the first match 9-2, and AC Milan lost to them in a very, I don't know how I can explain it. AC Milan are so big historically, and this match just feels a stab to a heart to AC Milan fans. I know the manager Sergio Conceição would have gone off on Theo Hernandez after he got the red card, and I didn't really understand why Theo just did the dive. The yellow card for diving is actually insane, man. Like, if that referee was in Premier League, there would be so much less diving. The wingers would actually do what they're supposed to rather than diving, especially La Liga, Real Madrid. I don't want to make a fun of it, but Vinny and Yamal have sometimes been seen diving pretty obviously in some of the matches. But when I didn't really watch this match fully, I watched the first half because I had a math exam today, which went really well, very well, matter of fact. But this match was pretty funny to say the least, because this match started and I was like, I will start watching this match like in 10 minutes or something. And I look at the score sheet, and Santi Gimenez just scores in the 42nd or 46th minute. I couldn't. I was like, damn, now I need to watch this match, because I felt like AC Milan would win it by a very big margin, seeing how they started, and they were so dominant. Going into the end of the half, also, they were so dominant. And matter of fact, I looked away for a moment, and then I looked back. Theo had gotten the yellow card, and I was like, pretty, I was pretty okay about it, since I didn't really think much would happen. Theo Hernandez is such a great player, even Rafa Leao. But this match actually kind of explains the main frustration about these two players. As good as they are, they do not do much with their chances, especially Rafa Leao. He is such a great dribbler. He's a chance magnet, uh, like Darwin Nunes. He's more skillful than Darwin Nunes, and I think he has a better finish. But he does not take the shot at the right time. He gets to the final third, and his decision making, or like taking the shot, he does it so bad. After his like breakout season or something you could say in the AC Milan during the 22-23 season, Rafa felt like he would be the best left winger with Vinny, and now he feels like he's such backward from Vinny. Because like when you watch Vinny and when he's in final third, you have a fear because you know Vinny will not miss those chances. As much as I hate Vinny, but he won't miss those chances. And recently, Vinny has not been performing. It's mainly due to the fact that he gets into arguments with the refs, but that's not the topic here. Rafael, as much as a good chance magnet he is, he doesn't do anything with it. Also, Theo Hernandez is the best support Rafa can get. After all, he comes in, he's so quick. He has a very good finishing, and he gets into those left flank with Rafa Leao and gives him such good service. But this match, they were as good as AC Milan were, they didn't complete their chances. And Rafa Leo and Theo Hernandez, they are so fun to watch, but at the same time so frustrating since they cannot do the right decisions in the right time. But all credit goes to Feyenoord. They've beaten Bayern, Liverpool, and AC Milan now. Like, how many Champions League is there? Seven for AC Milan, 6-12 if you combine Bayern and Liverpool. That is 19. That is 19 Champions League worth teams. All congrats to Feyenoord. They sacked their coach, got their striker poached away by their opponents in a knockout phase, and they still had the mentality to come win. All props to Feyenoord. Very good display. But this match was a bigger shock for me since I did feel like Milan were playing really bad the entire campaign. They beat Real Madrid, but we all knew that Real Madrid was so bad with their right side, right back defending. But this match, oh my god, I had no expectation that Atlanta would lose to Club Brugge, despite seeing some other influences during your prediction that Club Brugge might have a chance. I didn't think nobody would expect the final scoreline to be 5-2, and it did happen. That is insane. And the fact that Atlanta were at home and lost 3-1, I do think the first leg's penalty should not have been given, but this match, they were not in form at all. Very bad. Matter of fact, the C. Balvi guy, he played really well this match. Atlanta defensively were horrendous. Club Brugge are known for being such a good defensive team, seeing their record prior to facing City. They were unbeaten in nearly 19 matches or so. I didn't expect Brugge to come out like this, firing cannons. And the way they picked out their passes to see Balbi, this guy, he's, he's young and he's one of the few players who scored brace in a knockout phase with Kylian Mbappe and Haaland. He played brilliantly, man. Those passes the Club Brugge players picked out were brilliant, and Atlanta just couldn't finish off their chances. Alamelo Lukman comes on, I think he comes on as a substitute because he comes on, he scores a goal, then he gets a chance to convert a penalty, which he whips. The penalty was bad, but then they lose, and after all this, it's a bad loss. Maybe I thought Gasperini would be a little bit calm, but you go hear the interview and Gasperini is like, Aramella, look man, he shouldn't have taken a penalty because he's not a good penalty taker. He's the worst penalty taker I have seen in my life. That is just surprising to hear from a manager of his standard, and calling out your player like that. must have been a hit for his confidence. Also, I don't really know Atlanta's team much because I don't really watch him. All the props, I do not watch Atlanta at all. Not even a single match I watched. Even the Barcelona match I didn't watch because I slept off. But I didn't expect them to lose this badly. And my one question is that Adamal Lukman, he doesn't play as often as he does he? Like in a match for Atlanta? Because I don't see him often in these matches. The matches like I have seen, like not all, but like few. I do remember watching Real Madrid match, but I don't really know. I'm not sure where if Adamal Lukman came on as a sub or not. But like he has an impact in the match whenever he plays. But I just think like he's a substitute because maybe injury or he's just not fit for some play style. Atlanta had a really disappointing campaign in UCL, I guess. They just missed out on top four, drawing with Barcelona. They came ninth, I'm pretty sure. And being a Europa League winners and losing to Club Brugge must be a really bad image for them. The next match was Benfica versus AS Monaco. This match was a goal fest. The defensive line of AS Monaco was just horrible. They did so many bad mistakes. The last goal was okay, understandable. Pavlidis penalty, man, that oh my god, the penalty they gave away was very weird, but at the same time, I felt bad for the defender because he was moving when the ball had been played out. I felt bad for him, but at the time, the foul is a foul, and he did it in the box, so they had to concede. Monaco played well. They weren't just bad. I don't think the game was really close, and it went till the final minutes. You can see the final 10 minutes. Minamino had a good match, in my opinion, but at the same time, this match was fairly even for both teams. This is the first off when Otokoglu scores a goal. I think it was a pretty good goal. Uh, but I did feel like Monaco had pretty good chance. The header at the start was really good. They just header which bounces off a wall. The post was really good, and if it had went in, the game might have been a little bit towards Monaco's side. The Ben Shekhir guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he played so well. He was such a good player. I'm impressed by him. I don't know if Singo was available for this match. Oh my, Singo is a bright talent, but he didn't have a good match. This person, he is so brilliant. When you watch him, he's so brilliant. Monaco had uh, Monaco. They did a really good substitution. I won't try to pronounce this name. The 81st minute goal. His substitution was really nice. It felt like he just came on and he just scores the goal. And after and at the end, Koku makes a really good goal. They, the ball goes back. They do the attempt on the goal. It doesn't go in. Gets deflected. It comes not deflected by goalkeeper or the defenders. It comes back, and a brilliant pass and a brilliant goal by the captain. And Benfica win. And not many people were surprised by this, seeing how Benfica have fared up against some teams, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and this match against Monaco, just brilliant match. Even against Bayern, they faced really well. And talking about Bayern, let's go to the Bayern match. This match was so damning. I was on full support for Celtic, and there was no way Celtic was winning, but still, you just had to support Celtic in this match because Celtic are just, having a fairy tale campaign. They came to the knockouts, which they usually don't, and they get grouped in the group stages usually. and they put up a fight in both the legs. Even in the first leg, they fought the game to close in the Celtic Park, losing by just one goal, which is surprising. And when they came back to the Allianz Arena, me and many people thought that they were going to get smoked. But Bayern, they just couldn't finish their chances, did they? And Celtic made them pay in that 63rd minute with Kun, who had a brilliant campaign, and they made Bayern pay. And Bayern, despite having so much chances, just couldn't finish their chances. Could Kane when missing, Olise had a pretty good game, but at the last, it just was Alfonso Davies who came and scored a goal, and who scored the goal, and you just feel bad for Celtic, but props to them. They made it so far, and they did it so well. Props to Celtic, and I'm just happy for these big teams. So small teams, or you can even Celtic is not a small team. I would say they're a really big side. You can just feel happy for these teams because what they have performed in this UCL campaign is just brilliant. Small teams, Real Madrid, PSG, Manchester City, they didn't even make it to the top 8 despite being in the fiction. You can just say brilliant stuff by these teams. Props to all the teams who made it so far, the small teams, and the big teams who have disappointed us. For example, from Milan and Atlanta, two Italian sides out, and probably two French sides out if Brest loses today. All props to Bayern for holding on and winning the match at the 94th minute. Alfonso Davies with a really good goal. But man, this knockout phase has been delivering us with some really good matches. I just hope today can also be one of those as well. I really hope the match against Real Madrid, Manchester City make it entertaining and not just Real Madrid dominated. I have a feeling that Man City might score early and they will take the match to the ending seconds till Real Madrid do the Real Madrid thing and score 2 or 3 goals. But seeing how they paired against Newcastle, Newcastle is a brilliant team. And I would say when Newcastle were in their form, when they beat so many good teams, they were in a really good form a few days ago. And when they beat Arsenal, if they were in the same form, I think they could be better than the Real Madrid, which is present currently, because the Real Madrid defensive line is gone. I think that team would have a really good chance against Real Madrid. Not completely, but I think they would have a fair match if it's in Newcastle Stadiums in St James Park. If it's in Bernabeu, I don't think Newcastle stands a chance. But who knows? Real Madrid have slipped up in these big matches this season. I think they have like drawn a lot of them, lost two, and won three or something. But who knows? The today's matchups can deliver some five